No, I just I'm laying in this my new place here and doing this thing because I did one in like 2006. I did one maybe like in 2014, 2015, and now 2020. And also my copyrights because like the first one I sent in was in 2001. I mean, this is just like this screenplays and shit. This is not my like private university education, my public high school education. Those are also copyrights. My copyrights were stolen interim on the F8, F9, F5, FTWR, F capitalism to and from the Library of Congress and Clergy Unites America. As the first one, Fields of Green, the self-requested a screenplay came back as a novel. So I have both of those, and they, lo and behold, think they have like the other one or some shit. Same thing with my last one, where such was stolen with literally a rogue Congress and clergy priest and some dude that he was in collusion with in Marion, Indiana. That's town, Indianapolis town, F8, F9. Then I send in now mine. We already know, but like my birth, life, inherit, and allocations. Even if I didn't do anything, which since then I've earned with earnings and engineering and pawn professionalism and all that shit. A lot of like, I would say minimally, triply, however much my birth, life, inherit allocations is possibly minimally 5 million, 5 billion with like the second letter, $5 billion, like the second letter of the alphabet, billion, 5 billion. So comfortably 20, 20, 25, now $25 billion minimally. And and it's not difficult to speech about this is, such. So I kind of do that just, kind of err on a side of caution kind of thing, usually after whichever the fuck I just, say we or something, such. The editing aspect, especially like with this Tesla fucking nonsense, which is $100 billion. It's an automobile company, which I said this, copyright the pure idea for the generator system of the engine. They stole such from me, and they're still my birth, life, inherit allocations. Then the second one, I was in Las Vegas town in F8 Nevada, whichever Clark F9 is. They said so F9 Clark County in like F8 Nevada, whereas like the town of Las Vegas town in Nevada is. Sent such in, they said such with 6 weeks. That's an F2, F3, F13, F4, F5 BR1 with the rogue who said such back. Now I'm sending out to the Library of Congress, Clergy United America. They send back the postage as Pitney Bowes. I'm like, that's, you know, it's the baffleness and the incredulousness and the fucking sheer fucking no-brainer fucking 1 + 1 does not equal 2 is like, what should they fucking like attempting to, okay, they want to, adamantly just say, no, he's not anything like whatever the fuck, like any aspect of we the people, and they're not either, but like especially him, meaning me. When my birth and life allocations, they said you have 6 weeks. What do you mean 6 weeks? To send back. They got a zip code wrong. They got the title of what I sent in. I said it's a snowflakes, or it's a snowflake again. It's a snowflakes again. It's a snowflake again. They sent back it's a snowflake about. And I'm like, Pitney Bowes that, the zip code's wrong, and they didn't do anything with my birth, life, inherent allocations. And then the third time, which is minimally, the third time, the first, like I'm at that Seagull Suites on like the near what's it called, on the old part of Las Vegas town. what's it called? Where the old, like the Fort Queens is, and like the older part of town, like away from, but towards the older part of town, like Fort Queens and the Seagull Suites, away from like Mandalay Bay and all them, like way on the other side of town. And like I'm walking towards the Mandalay Bay casino, and there's a first a 7-Eleven. They said that the Western Union was broken. I'm like, what the fuck ever. So I got I got a stamp there, and I kept on walking. I went to the next 7-Eleven, which is on the way from the farther away Seagull Suites to like towards the Mandalay Bay one, where the towards Mandalay Bay from my place. Like there was my place, and then there's the 7-Eleven, and then there's another Seagull Suites, and then another 7-Eleven, and then the post office. So the second 7-Eleven, I get the $85, and they say take out the dollars from it was Friday the 13th, 2018. So that was, I get the $85 out of I had a five, I get $80 out of the ATM, because they say you can't send like parchment notes and something or other. I'm like, this is so fuck. I mean, that's another one. And so I get the cashier check for the money order, whatever the fuck that is, for the $85. They charge me 85 cents, which is 1%. I put I had the whole thing together, like the application and the envelope and the stamp and the address and return address, and I go and I drop such in the slot I also bought like a frozen like pound of like ground beef. So I go to the post office, and I just slide such into the slot to mail such out. And then I'm going back there, and they do like the new fucking people working there, because I was gonna leave that day or a couple days later, and this the dude that was working there, the manager said he's the boss, so Shelk is a good things like straight and through and through. I said okay, because like he works, I didn't work there, he worked there. I understand. I mean, the word BOSS when you work there is like he's got shit covered, so just chill and okay, I'm like okay, so I was gonna leave there, and then like I'm like okay, well I'm leaving there, so the mail's gonna come here, but I'm not gonna be here, so I private debted him, like saying look out for my my postal service mail, and here's $100, and I gave the girl the other one, I gave her a 20. And then I called up the taxi cab thing, and she wouldn't pick me up, so I stayed there. And then I just that's when I fucking said I'm just fucking leaving there, because like then there was a letter. I didn't know anybody there, and there was a letter from like somebody in the fucking complex about like something. I don't know anybody here. I'm not accepting any fucking mail from fucking people I don't know, especially what's going on. And then but I split there, from there. So obviously, most likely 60% or more, such more than 60%, that was sent back there. But I left already, so I gave $100 to the manager there, and $20 to his like laborer, because to look out for my return correspondence from the Library of Congress with my copyright. So the first one was stolen from a priest in St. John Church in Indianapolis town, in this was like MARION County F9 in F8 Indiana, town in Indianapolis town, with a collusion person sleeping in the pew. That the priest called me up to go to fucking whatchamacallit, like in the biscuit or something, and then which I don't really have to do. And then so when I got back, like I placed it on, because I just asked him for a piece of paper and a pencil, and I just had the idea my jewelry designs, which when I was in White Plains town and we were watching like the golf thing, the quote Masters tournament unquote. And the punt competitor Tiger Woods like hit a putt and like just lipped the cup and then dropped in. Me and this dude were talking about like and I said, well, we're like snowflakes. And so there, I went up to, and I came back, and the dude was gone, and the fucking thing was gone, and the priest didn't say shit, and the priest, they know pretty much if a fucking pin drop, because they're really not supposed to be in there anymore, because I'm supposed to be like, Brad Kuehl has a place where he decked out in like furniture and shit. That's supposed to be my places. But like, so they stole from that. And then the second one, I kind of was like, okay, I'm going to do this on a lark, but I'm like, like really stick this fuckers to, to each rogue. Because there's not every fucking rogue in fucking Congress and clergy and public utilities fucking labor workers. I mean, they're all salaried and not all, like I went to the Virginia, Maryland, the Washington Times, where like Woodward and Bernstein broke the story about like the impeached, disbarred, malpractice Mr. Richard Nixon. The same place I drop off a big writ like them, dossier like writ, which my aspect of high school and college, university degrees and graduation suffice that I'm a self-represented also newspaper reporter, almost like an editor, but like, a newspaper reporter. So I dropped off a big, maybe like, like yay, maybe a yay thick, like, a lot of my writs. And pretty soon after that, the motion picture of The Post hit the movie theaters with like extra Tom Hanks, and the actress she was in The Deer Hunter, Sophie's Choice, which is quite possibly one of the best, the aspect of ongoing to review and such is one of the best, I'll get this after this, motion pictures ever, but not, not to laud or to such yet any of the actors and actresses or writers, directors, producers, distributors, any such person once sent on that set, yet which was presented is such. I mean, similar to what I fucking said about Sean Penn and Metallica, only I appreciate their, artistry thus far a lot more. So that is also constitutionally upholding because of my Lutheran, I mean, even objectively, that's publicly and privately. I mean, it's privately, because publicly, I'm already birthed life. Privately, my high school diploma and my university degree suffice for any aspect of entering with the Congress and clergy and its American Constitution, utilizational, beneficial application. Upside down.